Here's an in-depth walkthrough of the features in the ID.TFX MIDI controller for sound devices 8 series recorders. Here's what the unit looks like. It connects through the USB-A port, and you can use a USB hub if you want to connect other things simultaneously. It has threaded mounting holes on each side, and it comes with a little clip that fits most back dividers. But we'll use my own 888 with the controller built into this dashboard for the sake of this demonstration. When we boot up the mixer, the controller will wait for the 8 series to complete its boot sequence so it's fully ready to communicate. This controller is made to control the extra channels available on all 8 series recorders. This one has already been configured for my 888 with the +4 plugin, so that is channels 9 to 20. Later in this video, I will show you the very simple process of selecting another mixer model. So now everything is ready and we can use the controller straight away. As you see, I am controlling volume for the first extra available channel here on my 888. The idea is I've got 8 faders here on the front panel, and then we continue with channel 9 and 10 on the controller. Press the encoder and we go straight to the channel page. The controller now turns into a trim or gain controller, and I can adjust the gain and see the trim value right here on the channel page. Press again to exit and we're back to mixing with faders. Now let's say we have a participant in our TV show or whatever coming in on channel 14. All I have to do now is press and hold any of the knobs and then scroll to the channel set I want to control. When I release, the channel set is active on the controller and we can do our business. Along with all the extra channels, we have gain control for bus 1 and 2. And what's cool about that is that these buses are recordable, so let's say you're running out of ISO tracks, for example on an 833, you could route a return input to bus 1 and 2 and record those as ISO tracks. They won't contribute to the mix, but with this controller you can PFL and adjust the gain, which make this little hack work well in a pinch. The next feature is Master Fader. This is a great tool if you ever need to control an output. In the 8 series controller menu, you can choose whatever bus or output should be controlled by the Master Fader. So for example, I once did a live stream job where my output was going to an unattended ceiling PA in a room, and I am telling you it was quite handy to have a knob controlling my output volume in that situation. Last but not least, I have built in some MIDI shortcuts that can also be configured in the 8 series controller menu. You can map a bunch of functions to these MIDI notes, for example, auto mixer on-off, false take, etc. All sorts of functions are available in the list. Turning the knobs won't do anything in this mode, but when you press, a MIDI shortcut will fire and activate whatever you chose it to be. I got an email from a customer who wanted to thank me because he had an accident on set and his 8 series record button was broken, but he was able to just map, record and stop to 2 MIDI functions, which saved the day. Let me show you how you select another mixer model. It's very straightforward. Press and hold the right knob when booting and select your mixer model. That's it. The setting will be saved until you change it. I want to talk a little bit about the knobs, which are digital encoders, which of course has the benefit of being multifunctional, as you've just seen. The actual encoders I use for these controllers are the highest quality, smooth to the feel, non-detent encoders from Alps. They are completely silent and just feel nice. That's something you can't see on a video, so I think it was worth mentioning. I also want to talk a little bit about how this controller and controllers in general work with sound devices recorders. It's important to understand that this controller is communicating its fader levels one way, just like any non-motorized fader board would. So what that means is, let's say we turn up channel 9 volume here all the way up, If I then go manually through the menu to turn down channel 9 fader on the 8 series itself or through SD remote, the controller won't know that you've done that, and it will always take over from where it's at. and that's something to be aware of. The fader values are saved inside the unit through a power cycle, so it will work normally when you boot up again, but it's something to keep in mind. If you move the controller to another mixer or load a different setup, just simply massage or reset the faders. I suggest if you have multiple ways of controlling a channel, just stick with one of them to prevent confusion in general, also with SD remote. And it's also worth mentioning that the trim or gain values are adjusted in a relative fashion through the control protocol. And that means that the controller does not need to save a trim value. It's simply remote controlling the trim, and that is saved in the 8 series. I make these controllers out of my basement workshop when I'm not working as a sound recordist. It's not big business, it's a DIY solution for a super low volume niche product that I offer others to get at the lowest price I'm willing to make them for. I hope this video was useful, and if you have any questions, just write me an email. Thanks for watching.